Hi everybody. How you all doing tonight? So that was a short clip on what many of us performers sometimes happens to us, where we end up getting major stage fright. So today's video, I'm going to talk about 5 ways on how to beat stage fright, and also some ways on how not to handle your stage fright. So without further ado, let's get to it. All about the notes. So tip number 1. Before any major performance that I have to do, I always end up doing breathing exercising and meditation, especially when I'm really anxious about getting up on stage and I really don't want to fuck it up, I guess. So basically one thing I'll do is I'll just and even if you're not maybe into meditation or anything, but a nice way to do it is to just close your eyes, have a moment of silence, and breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, breathe out. And what's this gonna do is it's gonna start relaxing your body. So when you get on stage, you'll actually be okay. You'll be a little bit more focused. Your mind will have a better understanding of why you're here and not focused on everybody else in the room. Because what it is basically, I like to call it jitters, is we're just nervous about not screwing it up, making sure it's perfect, having everything right. So in this way, you'll just be more relaxed when you come to the stage. Tip number 2. So a lot of times when I was performing with other people and in other groups and stuff, people would be like, "Are you nervous? Are you nervous? Are you nervous?" And I think that alone just starts getting your heart racing, "Oh my God, I'm nervous, I'm nervous." And then it just sets you up for failure. I like to almost say that it's they're almost trying to mess with your mind a little bit, especially some of the competitors sometimes. They're like, "Are you nervous? Are you really nervous?" So one way that I like to reverse psychology is that saying that being nervous and excited is the same thing. You're sweaty, your heart races, but so when people would be like, "Are you nervous? Are you nervous?" So I'd always be like, "No, I'm actually excited. I'm happy to be here, even though I'm heart's racing, I'm sweating, I'm a little bit anxious," but I'd be like, "No, I'm excited, I'm happy to be here." So just telling your body already makes you a whole lot better. Your body won't think you're nervous anymore. It'll think, "Oh my gosh, I'm excited to be here," which sets you up for a better performance. Tip number 3, and this is pre-practicing. And I know a lot of people are like, "Well, how can you pre-practice what you're gonna do?" Well, sometimes I'd actually go to that auditorium or to that place and just stand there or practice if you do have that opportunity. And then if you don't have that opportunity, if you're just going straight to this new venue or whatever, then definitely practice in front of the mirror. Even you just looking at yourself performing will psych you out a little bit, because you're gonna be the most critical over yourself, and that's just how it always is. A lot of people don't notice a lot of things that you will notice. So if you can pass your own mirror test and your own mirror performance, then you're gonna be fine anyway. And then the other thing too is if it's a lot about people that you're nervous about, just set up a bunch of stuffed animals or pictures of people that you like or stuff, or the people that you're nervous about, and that usually helps you too, because the more you see that those people will be in the audience or pretend that those people are going to be in the audience, then you'll already be mentally prepared for when you hit the stage anyway. Tip number 4. So when you get up on stage, I think a lot of people like to just scan the room automatically and then they get more nervous because they see, "Oh my gosh, that person's there and I didn't expect them and I didn't expect that." So instead of doing that, usually just try to focus on the bright light, or any type of stage light, try to find a focal point in the room. So if it is your mother, if it is your best friend, just find somebody in the audience that has your back, or if even then, just stare at the wall. Sometimes that works too. I've had performances where I've not known anybody, but I'll find either a bright spotlight or the wall, and I'll just be like, I'm ready to go. And that's what you gotta do. Find yourself a focal point, so that way you can just focus on that and you're not focusing on everybody else. And tip number 5. So, you know the saying that you gotta walk the walk before you talk the talk? Well, it comes the same with performances. So if you know you're having a really great performance, dress that part. Sometimes for me, I like to wear, I have this rule that I don't wear jeans when I perform. So I've had that rule for like the longest time, and that just tells my brain that you're at a performance setting. You're not in jeans. And my body knows that when I'm not wearing jeans, I'm ready to perform. So whether I'm wearing a dress or some khakis or a skirt, or sometimes I'll even wear heels, and then my body knows that, oh my gosh, I'm ready to perform. So if you wear your favorite headband every time you perform, or if you wear something, but you gotta walk that walk before you talk that talk. So, find something that, tells your brain that I'm in performance mode. I'm wearing this, I'm in performance mode. Or, dress good. Sometimes it's like confidence just comes out by the way you are. So, go up there, be firm with yourself. You look nice, and that already is going to bring out so much confidence in you that you're going to be able to do whatever you need to do. So this is my don't do list. Don't rely on drugs, alcohol, or any type of substance to help you through your stage fright. At first, it's going to be okay to when you get that smoke and then you feel relaxed and you're okay to do whatever you need to do. But eventually it's going to become an addiction, and it's not going to be overall healthy for you. So do not rely on any type of substance to combat your stage fright. And secondly is that do not just skip out on shows and stuff because of your stage fright. The more shows you do, the better you get at it. So you just calling it off and be like, oh no, I can't do this. This is not, I won't do this at all. Don't do that. Go up there, do the best that you can do, and it's all gonna turn out fine. I've had the worst stage stuff that's happened to me, which I'd be more than willing to share in another video. But just know that the worst is not going to happen. It probably will not happen. So just go up there and fight that fear. The more you fight a fear, the less it becomes a fear. So always keep that in mind. And hopefully this was helpful for you. And thank you for listening.